Ugh! Where am I? Who am I? Oh, hey there, nerds. Welcome to your Brain on Cracked, I guess. As you know, I'm Dr. Jordan Breedy, but I don't think it's quite that simple anymore. I'm not sure the specifics, but I think when I bumped into Roger Horton, I suddenly became one with the universe and transformed from a Doogie Howser-type doctor into a Dr. Manhattan-type doctor. A super doctor, if you will. So far, my only confirmed power is blue. Although also I appear to be in some kind of dope-ass hall, so maybe this is my lair. Now I do kind of miss my mom. But anyway, I'm not the only one with miraculous abilities. Other gods walk among you too. You know, the Batmans and the Supermans and the weirdly jacked Fishmans.
Oh my God, it's Timothy.
And even though superness and gill breathing looks all halos and jet streams made of liquid candy golden sunlight, in reality, many of your favorite godlike superpowers would suck harder than a vacuum bitten by a radioactive frat guy. Or they would if they exist in reality. Jason Momoa is not real. He can't hurt me. Also, in case you're wondering, the best superpower is invincibility. But everyone who's anybody already has that. Okay, so no super speed yet, but the Flash! You know him from the CW, or the comics, or the movies, or your local island prison, or by the time you're watching this, maybe from some horrific Waco-style shootout with local authorities. He's everywhere!
That's rude.
The Flash's super speed is something everyone desires. I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to in 2 seconds while reading the entirety of a library and playing like 8 games of Beat Saber? All at once! Oh, and travel. In a world where gas is expensive because Joe Biden tricked Russia into invading Ukraine and the gas companies into capitalizing to the tune of truly catastrophic record profits, the appeal of being able to run to work is at an all-time high. Especially if you could live in the middle of nowhere and just run to LA or Boston or Central City, home to the Flash, the Scarlet Speedster, the fastest man on earth, the incredible running man.
It's time to start running!
No, that's something else. The amazing Mr. Limp. He doesn't have as many names as I thought, but whatever. It's gotta be amazing to move faster than thought, to vibrate through walls, to even travel through time and the multiverse itself. It's almost as amazing as eating and or shitting 18 hours a day, which is the Flash's main superpower.
I always bring a meat snack.
See, according to Green Arrow number 26, Flash eats 50 times his body weight a day, which is hopefully an exaggeration. Like when you say you ate a whole cow, you don't mean you ate a whole cow. You probably ate a big steak, which on average is like maybe 10% of a cow.
The cow exploded.
So we'll take 10% of that 50 times his weight, so we have something more manageable, i.e. 5 times the big guy's body weight. A body weight, by the way, which is 170 pounds, which seems a bit thicker than you'd expect from an incessantly shitting runner, but whatever.
Right?
Regular humans eat about 2,000 calories and 5 pounds of food a day. So let's say that 5 pounds of food is around 2,000 calories of power, so 850 pounds of food equals at least 340,000 calories a day. The average giant muscle man that you see in a body weight competition eats around 10,000 calories a day.
Oh my God, that sausage is so good.
Which means the Flash, well, according to my math, he eats a lot of food. He eats a lot of food, and it all has to come out sometime. Flash fact! There's only so much shit you can do in a day before something goes terribly wrong. 3 times a week to 3 times a day is the broad average for 2 grand cal normies, so on the high end, he's flashing 500 times a day. Every day. A savvy engineer could probably rig Flash's butthole up like the Hoover Dam and provide clean-ish electrical power for all of Central City.
Central City strong. And
even at super speed, all that poop's gotta take a decent chunky out of his day. At least he could distract himself by reading all the premium video content over at crack.com. Yeah, I said read, because we still have a goddamned video section on the goddamned website. But to be fair, I've only been doing this for like, what, 2.5 years?
And the only show on Cracked.
But there are other issues. For example, during the big Thomas Brady Feet and Ball Super Show, enough people flush the toilet at the same time that waste treatment plants need to be prepared for all the extra shit, like Philly cops when Nick Foles gets promoted to first string. Could supervillains pinpoint Flash's location by looking at the one house with 500 flushes a day? And if he shits at flash speed, are his farts supersonic? Do his cheeks flap so fast they break the sound barrier? Does he have to switch toilets because he can shit faster than gravity can move his bowel excrement out of the way? Is he running to avoid a rush hour-esque buildup of berry droppings? Does he have a personal Olympic swimming pool-sized toilet where once a day he just does a lightly choreographed fecal dive? A vast plop? are the questions that you're gonna have to deal with when you're the Flash. Unless, I mean, the other answer is he's just shitting his pants and running back to change and bathe every 5 minutes.
Because you never know what's gonna happen in this city. I mean, oh my God.
Is that why Ezra Miller went nuts? Well, thank God that role didn't go to Jared Leto, because imagine method acting all that.
It's Morbin time.
All right. Guess I don't have strength yet, but while we wait for that power to kick in, the Hulk can never do the the Bruce Banner can never do the nasty. The Hulk can nasty as much as he wants, and he does.
Hulk always.
The Hulk is the incredibly strong giant form of Bruce Banner that he hulks out into when raging, stressing, or his heart races. Bruce is like the anti-crank, which means that when he cranks it, for everybody's safety, he better be chained up and alone in the woods, which I'm gonna pretend is something that I think would be weird.
What I need from you is directions.
By contrast, Hulk's dick is wetter than Dagobah, baby. Yes. I mean, hell, She-Hulk introduces Hulk's illegitimate son. Now that Hulk's back on Earth, his mortal partners would need to get pim-hanced before the great f***ing. Banner, meanwhile, can't do shit. Literally, because it's not just sex. What if he strains himself too much while shitting?
I can't get too excited.
Good thing he's not the Flash. And what about a Walkmaster? Or spicy foods? Or being sick? Those aren't concerns when you're a 15-foot green man from space, but Bruce doesn't want to be that way all the time. And okay, I know he's not from space, but he's kind of like that friend who keeps saying they're from New York because they went to college there. Oh, the most formative years of my life was spent in the city. It's like, okay, Broxton. If Bruce so much as coughs too hard, he's gonna Hulk out. Bad dreams, coffee, secondhand smoke. These are just some of the things that Banner can't do. Forget scary movies. Did you know if you stand up too fast, your heart rate spikes?
I can't get too excited.
Serenity Now mantras and meditation are great, but unless the sun's going down on Hulk nonstop,
hey, big guy,
the only alternative is going to be beta blockers, high CBD gummies, and locking him in a room with cartoons all day. You know, the official cracked writer's method. Yes, the key to keeping the Hulk at bay is turning Banner into a stoner. You're welcome, Avengers. But then again, there are positive benefits, like losing all control and becoming a rage monster, which I just call Tuesday Night. Do you think the Hulk is a cocaine metaphor?
Wait, the desk can be invisible?
Apparently, we just gotta figure out how to use this to fight crime. Wonder Woman, despite being a literal goddess, mostly relies on her special items to do the heavy lifting. Like a lasso that magically makes anyone tell the truth or feel the truth or just be filled with hope or some shit. And then there's her tiara, which she can throw like a batarang. She's got cool gauntlets and real nice gams. And of course, the invisible jet. Oh, we don't have a clip because, well... But there's a big problem with her jet. It's invisible. Just think about that for a second. It's a tiny little plane, and it's just a plane, and you can't see it. Do you want me to go through a big book of aviation law about crashes and how we try really hard to see planes? Because it's really important that planes can see each other so that they don't crash or so that we don't accidentally shoot them down? No, that explodes! The fireworks should have blasted it down quicker than Warner Brothers is firing DC actors. Also, this casts quite a bit of doubt on Stevie Boy here being some great pilot. Moron literally flies right into a bunch of explosions. I'm no Red Baron, but I think it's usually good practice to fly your flying machine into parts of the sky that are not on fire.
And that's why I'm at liberty to...
And like, does the invisibility deflect bullets? Does it do whatever you want? Because unless it's truly invulnerable, it faces one of the biggest challenges we face as a species bent on conquering the skies. Did Sully appear on SNL for nothing?
Good morning, folks. This is your captain.
And I'm Sully.
Hey SNL, I know this might sound silly coming from a guy hiding from his friend's mom in a condemned basement that we've CG'd into a lair while painted blue, but what's it like having your entire target audience be people too stoned to change the channel? And also wine moms. Wine moms, consider Dr. Jordan instead.
what?
Speaking of, you know what's nailed more birds than Pete Davidson? Planes! Birds destroy, planes. We're back on subject. 500 planes have been bird damaged since 9/11. And just like 9/11, Wonder Woman's invisible jet would go down in history as one of the most awe-inspiringly patriotic tragedies, as her red, white, and star-spangled gams burn in the breeze of an invisible flame lit by an invisible jet after, like an eagle, decide to fly too close to the proverbial sun, because bird can't see jet. Also, it's the invisible jet right up until anything happens to it. Then it's just the dirty jet with some weird see-through spots. Blood, spit, bugs. John Cena! Of course, that's ignoring her main problem, which is, can you fly at all? Like you, right now, if I handed you a plane, do you know what the buttons do? She was raised on an island full of sand and pebbles, and not flight schools.
Today we are talking about volleyball strategy.
And that's without considering how you can't see any of the damn buttons. If you seat a normal person in their car and blindfold them, they're still gonna throw it in reverse once or twice instead of drive because they can't see it. And all that to say, at the end of the day, it's just a shitty redesign of an old boring thing your grandpa used to kill people. Truly the Tesla of superhero objects.
Now, I think if I just posted that on Twitter, I'd be fine.
Our second speedster on the list, and the least important, but the poutiest, and the sexiest, and the only one whose actor hasn't landed in jail twice since the beginning of the making of this video, so the best?
You want to tussle again?
Like the Scarlet Speedster, Quicksilver moves so fast, he needs 2 different actors to keep up. Also because one's in prison. Oh wait, no, that's a Flash thing. You know what's a Quicksilver thing? Crushing, horrible ennui. Also, maybe sociopathy, but we'll get to that.
Boner?
Boner.
Quicksilver's mutant ability is he go fast, bro. He just move. Vroom. But it doesn't apply to solely his physical motions. He think fast too. It makes sense. How else you move that fast without...
Robin?
But unlike the Scarlet Speedster, Quicksilver's super speed is on all the time. Imagine standing in line at Burger King and the person at the front keeps trying to order a McRib. You just stand there while they demand Frosties or Slam Downs, and you just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. That's how Quicksilver describes his own life in the comics. And you might be saying, Jordan, doesn't Barry Allen deal with the same thing? No! He deals with the shits. Keep up. Quicksilver's super consciousness is on all the time, whereas Barry has to make a conscious effort to do it, which is why he screws it up all the time. Quicksilver's super speed doesn't make him more quick, it makes everyone around him more annoying. It's not putting the world on fast forward, it's putting everyone on slow mode. It gets worse for Pietro specifically. See, a lot of people think he's a sociopath, which...
You fan of Steven Seagal?
I mean, sure.
Steven Seagal is cock puncher.
I don't think you have the balls.
See, one of sociopathy's main symptoms is a deep and constant desire for stimulation. It's one of the reasons sociopaths so often head companies or become war guys or jump off cliffs, because it's so utterly boring to do anything else. Imagine all of that, but wrapped in a burrito of sadness and...
I've been here all day.
There's an issue of The Flash where he traps one of his enemies in a slow-moving stasis where he can see the world around him, but he moves so slowly that nothing he does will ever affect anything. Quicksilver faces that exact same thing, but in reverse. It's everyone around him who moves so slowly, they may as well be glaciers. And also, is him having a quickie the exact same thing as Sting, doing the tantric sex for like 9 hours? Of course, this is all assuming he didn't go insane in the womb. There's a reason solitary confinement punishment is considered torture and only reserved for our most depraved or sexy and or British members of society. People need stimulation. They need other people. The fact that Quicksilver became a terrorist instead of comatose is a sort of a bittersweet miracle. Okay, so now it's time to decide who the best superhero is. And it's Bruce Wayne and Batman. Obviously, white man, rich. Those are some real life superpowers, baby. His only downfall? The IRS. But that's why God invented the Caymans. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. The actual winner is Damian Wayne, because he has parents.
Unlike your daughter, he will have grown up with his mother.
Oh wait, no, actually I'm the best superhero. I forgot, but I'm blue. I wonder if I can... Awesome. Now I can eat at an Arby's in peace, at least until I flash all over the bathroom. The episode's over, you guys. You can leave. Happy season 4. It's good to be back. Sorry I didn't have any better ideas. Goodbye. I love you. Oh my God, we've made so many of these.